Oh hey, it me. I really appreciate when developers actually add little Easter eggs in reference to me in games. Or my friends. Both work. It's always just kind of fun. Anyway, so they added a couple of things. Die of Death added they added some more status effect related things. They added extra cards from treasure chests. I'm trying to remember what else they added. I think it was mostly just more status effect damage, which is actually really helpful. Because, yeah, poison, like, damage over time tick rate is not exactly that great in this game. But having even more cards to upgrade it is kind of helpful. I almost wish it was like a percentage. Maybe not. Okay, anyway, so we're just gonna go double defense. Because I've done single defense. And, oh, hot got changed. Okay, I will check that out. Unfortunately, I'm out of EXP, so there's not much I can do about it. Anyway, so I'm going to try a couple of different things. I've had some builds cooking in my head that I've been wanting to mess around with. But it's going to take a little bit before we get there. There's the encampments, and then there's the shredders. And I have to kind of decide what I want to do on any of these. Let's go for the do we go for the encampments? Yes. Okay, encampments gain extra range. I don't remember them having that. But either way. Let's see. So if I put it here, what's its range? Actually, demolish that. If it's here, that's perfect. So what are the differences here? Range 3.5, range 3. So being up by 1 only increases the range by a smidge. Okay, put that there. Alright. I guess that'll have to do for the time being. I'm running a little low on gold, but it's okay. Hey, and thank you King Griffin for the sub. And welcome on in. Let's see, do we want the mana bank? We will. We will. I'm gonna grab it just so we don't have to wait for RNG to decide to give me the benefit here. Oh, and the landmines do actually have kind of an AoE here. Okay. So what else do we do? Ballistas gain slow. Some of these are kind of good. I mean, I guess I could go for mana bolts as kind of a bonus here. This is actually a really good setup, by the way. Just in terms of wrapping around to the main base. Because being able to leverage my ballistas much earlier is actually really helpful. Okay, encampments gain more range. Sure. Okay. How much does that affect their rate of fire? Not as much as I would have expected, unfortunately. I mean, it's fine. I was really hoping it would turn again. How great would it be if I just had this entire thing just loop way around? Okay. Is that every house properly serviced here? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm still a little iffy on the landmines. I'm sure they're going to be great. But at the moment, I don't know. Let's grab the lookout, though. So the lookouts are useful. If I put it here... Oh, I don't have enough money. That would do it. I'm thinking it would be really interesting to have a lookout kind of in conjunction with a bunch of landmines that just drastically boosts their damage. Maybe. Because I could potentially have 3 lookouts that give massive damage. So instead of boosting any of these, I just have a lookout that specifically just does the bonus damage for them. What's the range on this sucker? Perfect. I could probably actually move this here. If I move it here, that's good. No. Maybe here? No. Better on the hill. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see, I can't afford another. Let's expand this a little bit more. Yeah. So this means that my towers get big last hit bonus. Big last hit bonuses? Big bonuses against the enemies coming, whoever's in the front. And so I can potentially use this and level this up instead. Let's see, no man's land. Just all encampments gain even more range. Sure. Because, yeah, that massively increases their rate of fire. There we go. Ah, pain. It's fine. We'll see how this goes. I probably want to get one here. See if I get enough money. There we go. Okay. Now if I just level this thing. Ballistas do extra. I know there's quality over quantity, but I don't know how useful that is for what I'm doing. So let's go heavy shafts. And let's level this thing's armor multiplier. We kind of want to just have that be an all-rounder. See, is there still a plan for Shell to do an Outer Wilds run? I would love to get her to do that. I don't know if and when it's going to happen. I think the big issue here is rate of fire. Which makes me wonder, what if I had, like, obelisks to pair with this? I might want to give that a shot. Let's get frostbolts. Okay, lookouts will pass the crit chance for quality over quantity as well. That's actually really helpful. Okay, do we have any more houses? No, they haven't actually given us any more. That's a little unfortunate. Okay, how am I doing financially? I'm doing okay. I wonder if you could increase the range of a lookout tower just by a smidge. I guess we will find out. But I think what I'm going to want to do is specifically have an obelisk with a lookout tied to it, just to see what would happen. Because I feel like if they had the same priorities, or just no priorities at all, just beyond progress, or maybe just the highest health, things could get really busted. Because I think right now it's just rate of fire that's killing me. But it is working. Okay. Let's go longbow. Give these guys some range. Because I think my best bet, especially while I'm doing this, is just to get large quantities of crossbows. I've tried obelisk and it's sad. It has trouble switching targets for some reason. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, what I need is just some kind of really basic rapid fire tower. Nothing more. Let's just do that. Because if I fill this entire area with encampments, it spreads landmines to this whole zone. Okay, do I want the Tesla coil? Yes. Yes? I don't want to pick up too much, but sure. If I put it here, okay, that should be good. And I'm probably going to start running out of juice pretty quickly for doing this, but that's okay. I'm just going to let it do its thing. Because, yeah, that does AoE damage at this point. Which makes me wonder if I had paired this with, like, a couple of lookouts to make up for its lack of damage. So specifically, like, armor or something. That could get really good. Or we could just level up its armor multiplier by, like, a smidge. Or we run out of mana. That would also do it. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, you really can tell that this lookout tower is doing mad work. Only immediate problem is it doesn't seem to level on its own particularly well. I think it kind of does, but I'm probably going to want to just pump money into it. There we go. What else do we want to do? Lookouts do extra damage to shields. I mean, grabbing those is probably useful. More so than anything else. There we go. Okay, and we're going to need mana banks aplenty if I want to actually run Tesla towers, because they're expensive suckers. It is working, though. Let's just level that up a couple of times. It is very pricey to fire, though. What's rate of fire isn't amazing. What was the, oh no, it is the obelisk that has the really, really high rate of fire. Because it'd be interesting to try, like a poison thrower. In conjunction with the lookout towers as well. There we go. Especially because that has the AoEs. But AoEs doesn't really work with a lookout tower. There we go. What else do we do? Damage to shields, damage to shields. Let's do bleed on my ballistas. Let's figure out where I'm going to put my Tesla coil. Possibly here. Or maybe just here. Or here. It's a long way out, but it's a good spot. Let's just kind of beef it up a bit. Okay, there we go. And we've got a good house for some ballistas. I could probably put other things there, but still. The one problem is, by doing this, I do actually get less money. Wow, it actually is just shredding. Alright. Oh. That's a bit of an issue, now I'm thinking about it. We have Oogie. I don't know how much we need to worry about Oogie at the moment. Because we've got a lot of ballistas, a little bit of slow. And he does take a lot more damage from the bleed. Yeah, we're good. Only in tower defense games can you say, I've got a Tesla and not sound pretentious. Yeah? Okay, there we go. 3 chests. Let's see. Ballistas do burn damage. Yeah, it works for me. Alright, treasure. I'm just gonna buff what I've got. I don't want to get more than I have. Did I want to get the poison sprayer? Yes, but not now. I want to get it later. Because we want to upgrade our lookouts as much as possible, and we want to upgrade our ballistas as much as possible. And maybe my encampments. Also, damn, thank you to, Honrania, or Reina? Honrena. There we go. I can word for the sub, and welcome on in. And thank you, Midnight 5200 for gifting 5 community subs, and thank you, Undead Pyro, for the 3-month resub. Thanks so much. Did I miss anything else? I don't think I did. I hope not. I always try to be on top of those for reasons. Ooh, that's another good spot for a Tesla if I want to put one there. And yeah, this sucker is actually doing like really good work against pretty much everything that goes by. Do we get another encampment? Yes. I'm just gonna have this place be like hellaciously landmined to death. And I might want to get a lookout here just to kind of chill and ogle things. Okay. And you're going to be most shield, most armor, most health. Just to boost this further. How's this doing? Unfortunately, the lookouts don't really level that fast. And most towers don't, is the real answer. Okay. Do we want to get crit chance? Yes. Because we lose a little bit of damage, but we gain so much in return. And I think I'm mostly going to have this thing focus on health damage, just because most enemies getting to it they're going to be the weakest. Most of the time, hopefully. Wow, and thank you Undead Pyro for the 5 gifted subs as well. Thank you so much. Okay. What's this thing leveling? Reasonably well. I'll have to put some more money into it, but still. Dodged another. Did you? Oh, I see. Dodged another gifting. Yeah, that makes sense. We might also want to put, honestly, maybe just some ballistas in the area. They're dirt cheap, and I can have them aim for whoever's fastest. Because they'll benefit specifically from the lookout tower, and they'll slow everything down, and get me some more money. There we go. And thank you, Acme Boy, for the 45-month resub. What happens when I take a day off? Stuff gets backlogged. But thank you. Ooh, look at those landmines. They're starting to stack. That's what I'm looking for. Lookouts. Let's go for the burn damage. Status effects are really handy. Okay. We want to kind of do the same thing out here. Grab a lookout. Oh, I don't have enough juice. It's fine. I'll get a little bit more. After watching your backseat video essay, I can't help but love the way you draw Angry Wander. Yeah. I have a lot of pent-up... I don't want to say rage. Grump. I got a lot of pent-up grump. Ooh, we need some more mana banks. It's actually getting kind of expensive. There we go. Yeah, the landmines are doing wonders here. Alright, let's just get some more of these. Hello, Straggler. Goodbye, Straggler. Yeah, let's keep working on the... Let's keep working on the lookouts. Okay, so I was gonna do fastest. Which, I mean, progress is pretty close to fastest, but it's not quite there. And then, do I have enough for lookout? Yes. So you're going to be most shield, most armor, most health. I'm just gonna leave it as is. There we go. Because it seems like this side's going to be generally worse off than this one. There we go. Well, love the content you make. Just finished watching your Bad North playthrough, and that was fun. Also saw your Rounds My Gun Warps reality play the other day, and loved watching your descent into maniacal laughter. That was a good day. I'm really looking forward to moving back to the Northeast, because I might actually be able to do that more often. Let's get the next level of crit. Because yeah, this thing now has a 20% crit chance, which is pretty solid. It does hurt the rest of these, but I don't think that matters too much. Okay, in the meantime, let's get some more mana banks. Let's see. Fastest. There we go. And yeah, this is working out shockingly well. I should probably level both of these two, first and foremost. Large reason being is just, we want this to strip as much as possible, so this area just does health damage. Would grouping Teslas be good or nah? I don't think it would change much, is the real answer. You'd be better off actually sequencing them one after the next and having each one specialize, just so you don't get cross-leveling for the wrong statistics, if that makes sense. There is a third level of this. What? Well, alright, crit chance is already at 48%. That's, busted. Prepare for crits. And we haven't even gotten into the, like, good status effect related damage. Because I know there's, status effects, or... Let's see. Let's just buff that up a little bit more. There's a way to do, like, bonus damage based on how high the status effects are if you crit them. And I've never had a run that has this high of a crit chance. And thank you, the Imago, for the 17-month resub. I should probably also kind of focus on this thing just a little bit more. What do we want to do? Probably just health. Because it still boosts the other damage, just not quite as much. Let's see, how's this thing? Wow. Yeah, shields are apparently really high. Not really a problem here. There he goes. Let's see, damage to armor. Night Watch, damage to shields. Actually, we want frost bolts more than anything else. Can I get a loop back, please? Now, these are going to just keep going. I was really hoping I could get something to loop back around here so these get some more exercise, but alas, no dice. And thank you, Alex Luminous, for the Prime sub. Welcome on in. Okay, we need to up this sucker's shield damage by a lot. We have too many shielded folks coming through, and that's not acceptable. We managed to wrap it all the way around. Does it auto-lunge Loop Hero? Yes. Oh, and thank you, Jakar. 00 for the Prime sub as well. Today's going to be one of those days. I want to listen to the Loop Hero soundtrack again. This game actually... has, like, the soundtrack is a little reminiscent of that now that I'm thinking about it, and it's like, oh. So what level are you? Great on the shield multiplier, which is honestly what we need the most. Like, the armor multiplier is good, but not amazing. Do we just keep leveling this up? Yeah, it's boost shield damage, because we're going to need that the most. Okay, can someone explain lookout towers to me? So they pick one target and then apply whatever the damage as just bonus. So for example, if this thing is looking at, you know, one of these guys, they take an extra 44 damage from every hit. As far as I know, they take an extra 44 damage with every hit, as long as it's focused on them. Which means you can go, like, you can have, you know, here, for example, that guy just takes a bunch of damage. And so you can have a bunch of these, like, really weak towers that would cost a lot to upgrade across the board, but you can take a watchtower and suddenly make them champions, purely on merit of watchtower. Okay. Hey, poison damage. At least, that's at least what I think the watchtowers do. There might be a better way of handling it, but I think that's the case. How much are you? This is 50. Oh. Oh, right. It goes up to ×3 crit. That's what over crit does, which is actually really helpful. I just don't want anything with shields to go by. Health, I don't mind as much. It also goes up to ×4. Yeesh. There we go. Now I'm just going to boost the heck out of those. I should probably boost this sucker a little bit more. But it seems like this area is getting hammered a lot harder than the other side. Now, let's see. How's my tower research so far? You mean the upgrade trees? Oh, I'm really far along. There's only like a handful more for me to get. There we go. That's solid. I could increase my status effect damage. But I'm not really reliant on it. Go for heavy shafts. So what else do we do? Probably more encampments, just go kind of silly there. Unfortunately, many of these are going to be kind of weak in the long run. And this side's doing a ridiculously good job. Just clearing them out. It is fun to watch that Tesla tower. People are right. I really was sleeping on them. Oh, there's Zombie Oogie. I guess the one thing I should consider at this point is we're going to be running it into missiles. I should probably get this up to 20. Because yeah, if this sucker can specifically just pop off all protection from foes. Wow. If it can just pop off all protection from foes, then it makes my life a lot easier. Because nothing's gonna survive. Let's see, landmines do extra damage to shields. No, we should grab the university at this point. Alright. Lookouts do extra damage to shields, and landmines do extra damage to health. That should be good. I guess I should probably start upgrading this a little bit. Spread the love. And what are you up to? Mostly good. These all set to fastest? They are. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of stragglers starting to get through. Oh, the other thing we need is more mana banks. Upgrading all of these is gonna get kind of expensive. So let's see. No, haven't spotted anything. I want to use the universities. Because I feel like going university might actually be really strong here. Let's see. All lookouts gain 10% crit chance. Yes. What was your crit chance at this point? I should probably level these up, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Really go hard on the lookouts next. Wait. I have to try this. And there's a couple of things that I could do, because I could put a Tesla coil here, which would end up with a decent chunk of range, but not that helpful. But what about an encampment up here? Ooh, ho, ho, ho. I'm just going to leave that up there just to do whatever the hell it wants. Are mana arrows worth it? Yes. As long as you can pay for it. You can, or as long as you've got the mana for it, it gives all of your crossbow towers a, like, +3 base damage, which, I mean, is only the equivalent of 3 levels, but that's really useful if you're using a bunch of weak, where is the last couple enemies? There they are. It's really useful if you're using a bunch of low-level crossbows all over the place. What if Tesla plus Frost Tower? Would probably actually be quite good. I'm using ballistas instead just because I have the ballistas already and I don't have to pump more upgrades into them, if that makes sense. All towers gain bonus damage to shields. Thank you, monster studies. Alright, I'm gonna let this thing chill. It's not actually that helpful and its damage is gonna be kind of pitiful, but I love the idea of just having it up there all the same. Okay. So I was going to... Well, this thing is starting to level. Or continuing to level. I think we should still level it further, though. It really seems to be quite good at just shredding shields, though. The other thing that it's really useful for is it confers its crit chance to everything that it is focused on. So we should probably actually have this thing be kind of equal parts health and armor, because we're going to have missiles pretty soon, and those suckers are going to be rough. Just everything deletes. Monster Watch 3. Let's go for that. How's this area doing? Because this one's a little denser, which is mildly concerning. Looks like it's fine. I'm gonna get another one of these just for the sake of it. Boost its damage because it doesn't seem to be having trouble getting through shields. And in fact, one of the things I'm considering is, wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. I thought for a second I had selected the lookout tower, and I was like, how the hell does this thing... Is this thing level 41? This thing is level 41. Did I really put that much money into that one? No, I guess I put that much money into both. It's worth it. Extra lookout on top of new tower for max range. Just set it to a different enemy? I could. I like the idea of my mine layers up here, though. They're kind of fun. All lookout towers get an additional 10% crit chance. Alright, let's get silly with this. There we go. Now, am I getting extra money from the crits? I don't know. Well, one way or another, this got stupid in a beautiful way. More mines. Why? Because can. Let's see. Do you know the crit chance is rolled? Do you know how it is? I have no idea. I don't know if you can get a... I'm assuming what it is it rolls the double and then it potentially rolls the triple. You know, so if you get a ×2 damage, then you roll again to see if you get the ×3 damage. And then it keeps rolling to see, you know, what your ultimate multiplier is, as opposed to it being like, okay, it's going to roll all of these independently. Because I think that would be too strong. I could be wrong. Let's get that here. Hey, there we go. That's the thing that I was looking for. All right. Let's get a university, and we are just going to invest really hard into... monster health studies. Okay, so there are the robots. The robots are getting absolutely destroyed. Cool. You may be wondering why I'm doing this. Every time we get one of this to proc, it increases our global health damage by 1. Okay, so this side is actually having some issues with the missiles. Good to know. I'll have to work on that. What is the longest you've survived? For dueling Hemmints, this is about the farthest I've ever made it. For single, then I've made it all the way. 3% bonus. I'd like the 5% crit chance. No, I want to get the research bonus. Oh, there's another one. Okay. I guess let's just boost its armor. That should hopefully... I guess the other option is put this here. Most armor. Most health. I guess I actually should have just had it on progress. There we go. That should work. Might want to consider doing the same over here, but this side seems to be doing a little bit better. Okay. Let's see. Tesla coils gain bleed damage. Oh. That's good. Okay, so other thing to note. Now that I have a 3% research bonus on... Oh, that's the wrong one. 3% research bonus on all universities. That means I should actually just fill out as many universities as I possibly can. And upgrade them very mildly. There we go. Wow. That is wild. There's one or two that get by, but they're having a bad time. The problem with this is now that I've done this, it is very much going to push me to go this build in the future. And that's boring. Okay. Go for that. I might as well. Might as well. There we go. And yeah, I'm getting gobs of money. I might want to unlock the bonus money. Even if the enemies do more damage. I don't know how wise of an idea that is. Alright. So let's get each of these up. Like 7%. 7% seems like the somewhat reasonable choice. Landmines now do bleed damage. Sweet. Get more of those. Okay. Monster Magic Studies. So I think that's all of these. Can I tell? Yeah, so this one's netted me at least one health bonus and one armor bonus, surprisingly. Maybe I should just get all of them up to 5% first. Because that's certainly cheapest. Yeah, let's do that. That doesn't cost me too much. Oh, there's Robo Oogie. Let's see how fast he gets shredded. Very, reasonably quickly. Unfortunately, this lookout tower is not as prime as the other one is. It just doesn't matter. All towers gain a 5% crit chance. I mean, yeah. It's interesting. I've invested not a whit into status effects, and I seem to be having an easier time with things. Let's see, I probably could go a little bit more. Wow, they're just giving me a ton of these. Oh! It's because in the other areas, I waited so long to upgrade this zone that, let's just go for the bleed damage, even if I'm not using status effects. I waited so long to build in this zone, go figure this has just got big hell bonuses. Let's grab another lookout, actually. And you're just going to be most armor, most health, and then progress. Because a number of these enemies are coming at me with a decent amount of armor. Let's see. Kind of fine. Let's see. I could level that one's health damage, but at this point, maybe not. Okay, ballistas gain range. Tesla coils gain burn damage. Go for that. Okay, I think they're all at a 5%. Just kind of keep expanding here. Oh, interesting. That actually just terminated. That's unusual. Okay. I do not know if investing this hard into universities pays off. The thing to check would be, like, right at the end, how much of a bonus I get on these. Because the problem is, yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of it, but they really need to pay off a little bit more than they do, as they currently are, to be, like, full worth it. Yeah, left side is suffering a bit from one of the ways only passing through a quarter of the roundabout. Yup. I guess we have another option here. I'm gonna get maybe a pair of lookouts. Maybe. Let's see. Graduate. Oh, it even tells me health damage, armor damage, and shield damage. So this is actually how much I've made. I'm just gonna put this here. You are going to be most armor, most shield, and progress. Okay. And then, if this area is having issues, then I'm just going to cover it in ballistas. Okay, bonus to research. Sure. Still unsure if this is the right way to do things, but it's fine. Okay, I'm just set these to fastest. Because the easiest way to do it is just turn this into a kind of hell canyon that just isn't fun to pass through, so everything that gets to this point is just extraordinarily slow. Huh. Yeah, these are all terminating. That's a neat change, actually. I appreciate that. There we go. Well, it's certainly deleting them. I guess I should buff its health damage a bit. Super tower. Oh, I've never gotten one to level 50 before. Well, all terminating a set number of times in the tower. I think it's it calculates how many paths are left, and has me terminate every single one of them leading up to the end. Which actually makes a lot of sense and is really neat. Yeah, all lanes will be ended by wave 45. That was not in the previous couple patches for this game. I'm actually super positive about it. I think that's really neat. Let's just keep working on my lookouts. Yeah, so we've gotten a flat 7 health damage to every single tower, armor damage, and shield damage. I think the I think if you're going for like a high volume build, universities are worth it. If you have a lot of different towers, especially ballistas, where you just have put them all over the place, then that's super good. I think if you're going for a much taller build, you know, with only a handful of towers, like I guess I've kind of done, maybe not so useful. Okay, this is actually a bit of a concern. Shit, I might just lose. My problem is, I can't help but just kind of watch in shock and horror as it's happening. Wow, wave 40 changed. We desperately needed a second, like a backup set of Teslas. So let's take a look at some things. So Tesla coil, damage per gold, 1,000. Ballista was pretty good. Encampments, not so much so. I like the idea of them, but I think they needed to train up a little bit. Let's see. I really wish the lookout was calculated, because I'm so curious about that one. Are the waves harder than before? Yeah, it looks like there's some extra stuff. So, if I were to change this, what I would probably do is maybe skip the encampments, because as good as they are as kind of a backup thing, they were kind of just okay. They were good. I think I just got overwhelmed. There was too many. And the problem is that sheer volume renders encampments kind of useless, which is rough. But also, I just had never seen that before. Yeah, poison or a flamethrower would work really well. Oh. Yeah, the universities work with poison and flamethrowers as well. Yeah, you know, that's a good point. Alright. Slow cooker. Burning enemies burn faster based on how much slower they are. Whoa, slow cooker is really good. And I'm gonna grab banditry at this point. Is it a good idea? No. I'm gonna do it? Yes. Shit. There's not much. I don't know. Let's just upgrade everything. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else for me to buy. Alright, cool. Well, time to try that again. That was a solid run, but I can do better.